Alright guys, I'm back here over at Premium Coach Group in Gilbert, Arizona. We got a special one today because it's very rare that I see a Parliament bus conversion. So I safely made it back from Kentucky. I got a little bit of a Kentucky beard growing on me. Let's go ahead and take a look at this 2009 Parliament on an XL2 chassis. This thing's in really nice shape. I was really excited to look at it. So like any of these, let's go ahead and take a look at the roof first because, you know, that's what we look at and everybody wants to see a metal roof. So we'll go ahead and take a look at this. Like I said, it's really, really nice. Maybe afterwards we'll take a look inside real fast and see if you guys see anything you like. But otherwise, let's get on the roof. All right, so the first thing to remember is that this is a Prevost XLII chassis. So it has a metal roof. These are about as good as you can get. Prevost does not add these side panels right here. These are the awnings. There's actually 4 awnings on this. 2 drawer awnings on the passenger side and 2 slide-out topper awnings on the driver's side. And then these weird-looking caps right there, those are just decorative pieces to tie the awnings themselves into the rear cap. So Prevost would have made the rear cap, but the converter is going to add these caps to tie the awnings into looking good on a bus. Otherwise, let's get on the roof. So it's kind of strange to think that the rear AC is so close to the rear cap. You don't normally see it like that, but like all of them, we're going to go ahead and make sure it's not loose, and it's not. Now they are not using Dicor or standard roof sealant on this. It seems to act a little bit more like Proflex, but it does flow. The first thing we see right here is the wind sensor for this awning. The impeller's broken on it. Should look like that one right there. Because this is a metal roof, where it meets the fiberglass, it does get riveted down into it. It's about as strong as you can get. And then these awning brackets, these are made by the bus converter. I would prefer them not to be steel, maybe some a little bit thicker aluminum that would be TIG welded together, otherwise it's going to rust. It seems strange to me, even though it's probably powder coated. Powder coat still gives way over time. But that's just cosmetic. I mean, it's gonna rust, and you know, and that rust will make a trail down the roof eventually, right? As we peer over this side right here, this is gonna be part of the actual bus wall itself, and they did seal this area off so the water cannot go through the sides, which means that when it's raining, water's not gonna come down the sidewalls. So all the water's gonna have to go through the front or the back, which generally isn't a problem. But of course, if you did leave this outside in a lot of snow, you probably could get snow building up to the height of these awnings right there. Start creating an ice dam, so definitely don't want to let that happen. Drive these to better weather. I didn't notice it at first, but this rear shroud is cracked. That's a Penguin roof AC. Look over on this side, yeah, it's still resting over there too. We peer over the side here, we can see this slide out is out, so the bedroom slide out is out. And then ideally, we would like to have the awnings out. I just already know that the front awning on this side works, but the rear one doesn't work. And then the rear awning on this one works, but the front one didn't when I tried to inspect it. So this is at least giving us an opportunity to look at the top of the slide out rooms. And of course, these slide out rooms look like they're actually not made by Prevost because I don't see the sockets on this side for the lock pins. So I'm guessing Parliament probably builds these. But these are pretty strong, very durable. We'll make sure I don't see any issues right there. Even all this feels pretty good. I did step over it. This has a Winegard Traveler for DirecTV on it. Looks pretty good with the installation. The previous awning, or the previous satellite that would have been there, they removed that, sealed over the holes, and it looks like they put hardware in it to fill the gaps too, because these metal roofs actually do have a little bit of flex in between the structure or the framing, so the metal can move a little bit. So those screws will keep the sealant from popping out. I'm always going to go ahead and recommend that you always have your roof inspected once a year, washed, and some sort of UV protector put on these too. Doesn't look like this has probably been washed in a little bit. But I did find roof AC shroud screw. Now also when we're doing this inspection, we are going to be looking, make sure that the awnings aren't loose, the hardware's not missing, and the brackets aren't loose from the roof, or the sealant's not cracked, because those can cause really big water leaks on there. And because these whole things cantilever, when they're fully extended, they do put a lot of torque on these brackets. So you want to make sure those aren't in bad shape. Look at this roof AC. It's not loose. Likely that screw, somebody lost it. This one. No, I don't need that one. Around to here. This is going to be a bath vent. On this side, it's a fantastic vent. I think this is a newer fantastic vent, and this is a problem I've been seeing a lot on fantastic vents. The newer fantastic vents, but it's a Dometic company now, I think. They used a little bit different plastic, and I find that plastic does not like to conform to radius roofs at all, and they will tend to crack. So if we look at this, you can see we're cracked there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there. Like I said, I assume it's a little bit newer because the plastic on this is pretty white plastic and not yellow like it would be if it was from 2009. So at the bare minimum, we'd want to reseal this vent, but I would probably recommend replacing it. That's why I'm a big fan of the Max fans, because they have the built-in rain cover too. But I've said enough about that, I'm sure. We look over here, the sealant's still looking good. Somebody added a whirly bird that doesn't whirly so bird anymore, but that's a sewer vent. I don't see any problem with the sealant on it. We look over here on the side, I'm not seeing an issue. We can come over here. I'll go ahead and lean up against here. We're checking this awning. Nothing loose on it. This roof AC, I'm leaning up against it, front and back. It's not loose. Got another, I think this is either the dryer vent. Oh, probably shouldn't be stuck down. Or I think it's just the dryer vent. Surprisingly, this Power Braun TV antenna, these are obsolete. They're not supported anymore, but it worked just fine. And we can see the rust continues over on this bracket too, but the sealant looks fine. You can see because it's sealed right there, water does pool. That's definitely why you'd want to inspect the roofs at least once a year. Get on the slide out roof. Feels very solid. Not seeing an issue with sealant anywhere here. Now, of course, the slide out roof itself is not intended for walking on or parties on, but I am just going to inspect it. Now, this is a fun treat, huh? Somebody added a pretty good size hefty train horn, which I had respect for that. But you'd think that 4 trumpets in the front would have been more than enough. But I guess to each their own. You guys want to hear it? This, oh, look at this shroud. That one's broken too. Definitely not looking too good here. And man, it feels like that AC's loose too. If it's just the back flexing. I don't see the AC itself loose. It's just the whole back is flexing. Probably because this shroud's so broken. So we'll have to make a note of that, I guess. A bit strange because it seems like an impact, but I don't know what would impact it, other than maybe somebody installing air horns off of a train. Now they're using, this sure feels like Pro Sealed or ProFlex to me. I can't say I see anything wrong with the mount. Sealant looks good. The good news is we're almost done with this inspection. Got another mystery screw up here. You always wonder where they come from. Oh, definitely a lot of rust in this one. That's just going to be cosmetic. I don't see a problem with any of this sealant. I wish I could tell you what sealant this is. It's a mystery to me. Normally, they use like an actual true urethane, like a windshield urethane on these buses. So I'm sure it's some type of that. Something was removed here. But all of our GPS Sirius XM antennas are still intact. Air horns look good. If we just peer over the side here, those lights look pretty good. Really good there too. I did notice that This windshield gasket is bulging a little bit right there. That could probably be reset. As we go ahead over here, it looks like somebody added a CB antenna to the roof. A magnetic one that doesn't stick to, but it looks like their method didn't work very well. They just tried to use some silicone to glue it down, and the first time it hit something, or I don't know, maybe the wind just ripped it off. So that's probably not a good way of doing that. You don't want this rolling around on the roof. And another mystery screw. So many mystery screws. All right, well, I think we've successfully looked at this roof on a 2009 Parliament bus. This is on a Prevost XLII chassis. We did note a few deficiencies on it, but overall it's in pretty good condition. I think if I was the builder, I'd probably stop using steel on the brackets and change to aluminum. I would stop using fantastic vents completely. I just have not been happy with them lately. But other than that, we're looking really good. It's a very durable roof. So buses have a very unique roof. It's integrated into the bus shell itself. So these are very, very durable. As long as you keep it from getting punctured or ripped, this roof's going to last pretty much forever. Metal roofs are the gold standards, but you're not going to find those on most RVs. It's just going to be a gel coat fiberglass roof would be the gold standard for a production RV. But I know, you want to take a look inside. I'm going to take you inside, don't worry. Now, I don't see too many Parliaments, but man, this is a really gorgeous interior. Let's go ahead and turn all the lights on if we can. Okay, so this is all true leather on the passenger and driver seats. The driver's seat is an air ride seat, has HWH air leveling, and all the shades in here are going to be power shades. So we'll go ahead and close all the shades. To the leveling system, it still has a level-o system on it, just normal bus leveling. The dash radio has been upgraded to a Bluetooth hands-free system with side view cameras. It does have the Allison transmission engine brake on it. And the countertops in here are unique. I like the color scheme that they got with a marble-looking Corian. I don't know if you guys can come up with that marble there. And then a looking stone concrete type color band on it. All the cabinetry is going to be the high-gloss, high-end laminate. I even enjoy the backlit Corian trim right there. That's interesting. Wow, this is a really nice interior. It's in great condition. When it comes to the floor, it's going to look like granite tile on the floor from front to back with carpet in the bedroom. This recliner, you can move wherever you'd like. Countertop extends right over to it. I like the multi-level countertops in the kitchen area. The sink covers, they're actually located right in a little cubby hole right there. But it does have a pull-out kitchen sink, drinking faucet on it, and then I like how you can pass a power cord right through there. There is an outlet underneath this drawer that you can plug anything into. So you don't have to worry about having it in the way next to the sink. Right under here is going to be your 2-burner electric stovetop. I like how they incorporate this little notch in there, so the only way to close it down, the control knob's in the off position. So if they were on, you couldn't put this cover on. But it's just a radiant type of stovetop. It is not induction at all. You can see it getting hot right there. Right above will be the convection oven microwave. These doors will pull back out of the way. You have a stainless steel residential refrigerator with freezer drawer on the bottom. And it even has a hidden dishwasher. It kind of looks like it should be drawers all right in there, but it is a dishwasher. The rest of them are drawers. The toe kick lights are all working. But this does have 2 slide outs. We already saw that. One in the front. So the main slide out right here, you do have the dinette. Now the dinette does not turn into a bed, but you do have a lot of features on this. If you look underneath, the table itself can be moved in lots of different directions, but also you can go out with the table. We can go back in with the table. So that's going to be where you want it, likely when you put the slide out room in, to have a lot more room walking around. There is storage underneath, more storage underneath right here. Now this is again all leather, true leather for the sofa, but this sofa does turn into a bed. Of course, because this is a really nice bus, it's going to be powered. So a smaller bed, maybe for a child, but a bed nonetheless. The Corian countertop continues on in the slide out here. The balance is, this is leather wrapped here with I'm not even sure if that's real stone, or I think it's real stone with a epoxy lacquer on it. It's pretty interesting. As we make our way back here, the control center is going to be behind this door. We have all the functions for the bus, including two 4,000 watt inverters. It does have hydronic heat and water heater. There's an air powered pocket door that closes off this area. Like a Newell, this has a apartment style stack washer and dryer, which is a lot more useful, I think, than the RV stack washer and dryers. The bathroom countertop continues the same theme inside, but you do get this vessel sink. And this is a pretty interesting vessel sink because the controls for it right above. The water comes down from above. You can see where the faucet is, the spigot is right there. Of course, you have a ample amount of mirrors right there. Hello. Across from the vanity will be the shower. This is still the solid surface Corian countertop material. You might be able to see the marbleized look to it a little bit more. That's going to be a granite inlay on it. My favorite thing about the shower is it actually has troughs routed into the side here. So you can't ever get water pooling because this is the high side. Everything goes down to the drain. So that's a nice feature that you don't find very often on an RV, let alone a bus. And that is a very solid door. It's a good sized shower too. Behind this door will get you access to the water closet. The water closet has its own sink right in here. And it does have a Headhunter Royal Flush toilet. These are my favorite toilets in an RV or bus because they flush so incredibly well. The rest of the wall is covered with, has a really nice padded soft touch feature to it. So we make our way back to the bedroom. Another power pocket door right here. This will take you to the bedroom where the bedroom slide is going to be. Now this is a king size articulating bed, so that does come up and down. I think it's really nice in here, the decor. Goes with a, I don't know if that, we're going to call that tweed. I keep using tweed too much, but it is a very nice fabric on there. I don't know if you can see that stone, epoxy stone a little bit more. And then you're using Roman shades in here. The bedroom TV is on an elevator. So that'll just come up right there. More drawer space, same elegant countertop in the bedroom. Great big, huge, kind of like shoe closet. Now the TV is completely up. We can make our way back here to the rear closet, or the main closet, I guess you might call it. Bars right above. Lots of cubbies for lots of storage, and that's where the home theater system is going to be located. And again, you can see that high gloss laminate and all the cabinetry. I even like the ceiling in this section right here. It's like an acrylic brushed aluminum in there. Now I didn't point it out, but it is carpeted back here in the bedroom. There it is, a very, very, very quick, sloppy walkthrough on this 2009 Parliament. It is on an XL2 Prevost chassis, and I didn't see any delamination on it. And the one thing I did forget to show you guys that I know everybody wants to know is, where's the front TV? Front TV comes out of the ceiling right up there. So don't worry guys, there is two TVs. Actually, there's one in the basement too. Right down there. So that's the third TV. But I think that was about it, guys. I gotta get home. And I think maybe on the entry door you can see that brushed looking aluminum. That's actually on acrylic. It'd be hard to see in the bedroom and in the ceilings inside. And of course the bedroom shades are going to be Roman shades. And they are naturally power, because why wouldn't they be?